Hello everybody, it's Sophie from Fiver Fabric here. Do excuse me, I have got a cold still. So as you can see, I've already made a lovely jumper with the butterfly loop back. That's the front and back. And I want to make a matching pair of jogging bottoms. So here is the fabric. You've got different size butterflies on it. And this is the back. Okay, and it's just really, really nice. It's cotton poly mix, and this is the stretch that you've got widthwise, and then you've got a bit of stretch lengthways, and then you've got some diagonal stretch as well. So today I'm going to be making some jogging bottoms, so I'm going to show you how I do that. So I take my fabric and I fold it over a bit, and then I get my old pair of trousers, which are really worn out with holes in them. These are homemade and I've completely worn them to death, so I'm going to use these as my pattern. And first of all, I'm going to take them, I'm going to fold them in half, and this is the back legs of my pattern that I'm going to be cutting out. So I light on the fabric and I cut around, leaving about an inch, half an inch, as I do for seam allowance, and just in case they don't fit. I can always make them smaller, but I can't make them bigger, not easily anyway. And then I'm going to take the trousers, flip them in the other way in a minute, so that I'm doing the front sides of the legs, and obviously I folded the fabric again, and again I'm going to cut around that as well. That will give me my front and my back legs. Obviously I'm cutting down the side, and then just down a little bit at the front. Now I don't have any spare elastic, so I'm going to be repurposing the elastic that's from my old trousers. Now here I have my elastic, which I know is going to fit. I have 2 back legs and I have 2 front legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down the back legs and I'm going to match up the front legs on top, like so. Now I'm going to pin down the sides before I start to sew down the sides in a second. So you can use your sewing machine or you can use an overlocker. I started off on my sewing machine and I was just doing a basic zigzag stitch all the way down, but my sewing machine decided to play up, so I decided instead I would go onto my overlocker, and I'm going straight down the side of the leg. That will give me 1 front and 1 back. Open up the fabric, lie it down, and then match up the legs. So I'm going to match down the crotch area and the bit that goes down by your bum crack, if I'm allowed to say that. And I'm just going to pin that up, and then I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine and stitch down that. Obviously I'm using the overlocker just because it's much quicker. You can use your sewing machine or you can use both. Now I'm opening it up, I'm matching up the seams at the middle, and I am matching up down the sides of the legs and pinning it, ready to take that over and sew. Just take it careful on the crotch area because you don't want to be cutting the fabric with your blade if you're using an overlocker. If you're using your sewing machine, just use a zigzag stitch. And there you go, there's my trousers. Now I am just opening them up, checking the fit, making sure I'm happy. These are just going to be worn around the house. They are very high at the moment, so I am just adjusting them and seeing where I want them to fit. Now I'm taking my elastic and I am folding it into the fabric. So I'm folding the fabric over the elastic to create a band. Now as you can see, I'm not actually catching the elastic, I am pinning the fabric. That is because my elastic will be loose inside the waistband. You can actually, when you cut out your pattern, you can actually make it shorter at the top and then add a waistband on, but I decided to do it this way just because it's nice and quick and easy. Now as I'm serging around or overlocking, I am taking it very slowly. I'm making sure that I'm not catching any of the elastic, and I am just pulling the elastic around inside the band. I'm not actually stretching the fabric. And there you go. That is all sewn together. So I now have my trousers with my band, and now I am just overlocking the edges of the bottom of the legs, just to stop any fraying. And now I'm pinned it, just turned it up and pinned it to hem it, and I'm just going to stitch around using my sewing machine. I'm just going to do a straight stitch because it's not going to be tight or anything around the bottom of my leg. I like it quite loose, and just doing a straight stitch all the way around. And there you go, there's my trousers. Tried them on and they fit. I'm happy with the length, they fit comfortably, and here's the actual colour in daylight. Thanks for watching.